Lopez. George, I got to take you back to 2011. I was having a conversation about you, and you didn't know I was having it.
Oh.
It's when your show Lopez Tonight,
Yes.
and it was a big moment. Prince selected your show as the show that he wanted to go on.
Yep.
I have many years of a relationship with Prince, and we talked about it that night, and I was salty. Because I said, you're going to go on George Lopez and not me. I was at the Today Show at the time. He called me right before the interview, right after the interview, and this is what he said at the time here, why he chose you.
The first time I was on the Alma Awards, you showed me love there. I really appreciated it. And also, I find that this show represents all people. Yes. And I see all kinds of guests on here. And
we talked about it that night, and he meant that.
Yeah.
He meant that.
You know, he's incredibly. He was an incredibly special person. I mean, you know, I got him a hat, and he's like, you know, George, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. You know, I can't accept any gifts. It's just in this white box, you know. And as we're talking, he's like, what is it again? I said, it's a hat. I said, at least just look at it. So he takes the lid off, and there's white paper in there, and this purple feather just comes out, like on cue. And then he takes the hat out, and he's looking at it. He goes, this was for me. I said, it was made for you. And then he got the brim, and he hit the brim, and he put it on sideways, and he walked up and back like George Jefferson. You know, and I said, too bad you can't keep it. He said, oh, no, I'm keeping it.
That is so
I just imagine the little smirk.
The little smirk on his
Yeah.
face. You just taped a comedy special, and my team told me 3,000 people were there at the Dolby Theater in LA, and you said this will be your last.
It is the last one. Yep. That's the last one. I've subjected the American people to enough of my crap. Yeah.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Why now?
It seems like the right time. It's been the one thing that has just never left me my whole life. And in respect to it, I just think it's a wonderful place to leave it at this particular point. I want to spend more time with her, and I love the show, and it takes up a lot of...
This show is called, you know, Men We Love, and you love people by how they treat the people in their lives, whether it's their children or their friends. And I saw you on Vogue Mexico.
Yes.
Rocking, speaking of feathers, a mini dress denim ensemble. I mean, that this guy is rooting for you, but you are doing it on your own. That's spectacular.
Thank you. You know, the doors can open, but you have to walk through them.
Say that again for the people.
Doors can open, but you have to be able to walk through them. You know, you gotta be. It's like, you know, speaking to the first show, I saw the amount of sacrifice. The first show started when I was 5 years old. I saw how hard this man has worked, how hard my mom has worked, how our family has gone without because they've both fought for the representation of Latinos in media, and that put a hard work ethic in me. And I love comedy. I studied at Second City. You know, now I'm so grateful to be on this show. I've been a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes, I saw you.
And I'm now just in Vogue Mexico, and that means a lot to me. I'm learning, but I don't speak Spanish, and that's something that in the Latino community you get spoken.
Right. You see your dad said
you don't.
But that's a big conversation amongst people right now, especially your age group. And that's, by the way, also courageous of you to say.
Yes, and so
I will say this. In my life, I've had incredibly difficult time with relationships because it was so fractured growing up, and it's hard to connect with people. And everybody asked me, you know, do you ever think that you'll be married again? And I said, I don't think so. I said, because everybody tries to change who I am. And then I said, the only people that can change me will be my nurse during the day and then my nurse at night.
Your nurse during the day, nurse at night. Well, don't change.
Otherwise, I'm staying the same, and I'm not cutting my hair.
Don't cut your hair. Stay the same. Keep wrecking it. You are amazing. Give it up for George and Mayan.